What's up, YouTube? It's FitzBro, and welcome to my Age of Empires 4 Beginner's Guide. I am currently recording on the AoE 4 media preview and getting a first look at the game, and had an opportunity to make some guides to get you started on the battlefield. This first video is going to be more for the very beginner. Perhaps you haven't played an RTS before. This is going to be the first look at the tutorial that you'll see when you first launch the game. If you are interested in getting started with learning more about the civilizations or maybe some starting build orders, look ahead in this playlist for some overviews of each of the civs and some info on how to get you started. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe and hit that alert notification bell so that you can get notified anytime I upload Age of Empires content, and there will be plenty of it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and now I'm going to turn it over to my first look at the beginning tutorial. I just loaded into the tutorial, and even though I've played this game quite a bit in the previous betas, I figured I would complete the tutorial from the beginning to the end in case anyone was interested in seeing it, and I'll be sharing my thoughts along the way about maybe what's new. So let's do this. Looks like we have to gather our food sources. Let's go to the berries. Looks like we're the English starting off here in this tutorial. I did not complete the tutorial during the previous beta, so I'm not sure if this is any different from what we saw before. They gather additional 50 food. Really? Okay, so we've got 10, 20, 30. I can't even train a town center right now, or a villager. And you can hear that improved town center sound. No longer makes that wild ding ding. I kind of learned to love it, to be honest. I've been missing it during the last few weeks. But we're gathering our food, and I'm sure it'll tell us to build a mill here first. Okay, we've got that.
With a healthy supply of food, the village could start to grow. To do so, it would need more hands to share the work.
Produce 5 additional villagers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll queue those up at the town center. I'm using the grid hotkeys, so by pressing Q, that does train the villager. Now, interesting. I don't see the expanded menu right here right now. I don't know if it's just because it's a tutorial, but it'll be interesting to see if that does pop up here. I don't know. I did not get patch notes as far as what's changed for this one. Okay, so we're training these additional villagers. And what I'll do is I will make a playlist probably called an Age of Empires 4 Beginner's Guide. I will put this at the very beginning because, of course, if you've never played an RTS before, never played Age of Empires 4 before, this maybe will actually be quite useful. And I will also include all of my civilization overviews, kind of starter guides for each of the civilizations and some simple tactics.
Could now turn to the growing village's needs. First, they would build a mill near their food source,
so
villagers could drop off gathered berries more easily.
Okay, we're going to build a mill here. So you got to build your mill to drop off your food. So your villagers go out, they gather food from the berry bushes, and they're going to deposit it at the mill instead of the town center. It's useful to build this so they don't have to walk as far to drop off that resource. You get the resource faster.
The growing village would need wood to build with.
Okay, we need wood. Gather additional 50 wood. Now, typically, you would just put your new villagers on wood. I guess I'll just do that for now. Is it going to let me build a house? I'm going to need a house for population. Oh, I have to gather the wood without a lumber camp? Okay, I guess we're going to do it like this then. So, put our villagers on the trees. They will gather wood and drop it off the town center. Now, you see we are at 10 of 10 population right now. We're going to need to build a house so we can train more villagers. But it does not appear that it has given me the option to do that right now in the tutorial. So typically you want to build your house before this point happens. We'll drop this off. We'll want to build a lumber camp here once it unlocks that for me.
The growing community now had a steady supply of lumber. To make wood collection easier, villagers could erect a lumber camp near the forest.
Okay, now we can make our lumber camp. The lumber camp costs 50 wood, so does the mill. Costs 50 wood. Okay, build our lumber camp. Boom. We're going to get gold next, probably.
Thanks to the
I wonder
camp,
if they give us a scout.
villagers no longer needed to travel as far to drop off lumber. The village now required additional houses to support its growing population.
Build 3 houses. There we go. Okay, so we probably have the rows for that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so those houses are going to cost 50 wood.
Where can they? Done.
You know, it's really... Okay, here we go. Build 3 houses. What's next? Are we
With
gold?
additional housing in place, even more villagers could join the workforce.
I have 40 population.
But a populous village would soon exhaust the natural food sources. To grow, the community needed dedicated farms.
Farms. Build 3 farms. Now, in a real scenario, you don't want to use farms until you're out of those hunts and berries. But for the tutorial, it's going to make us do this. There's those farms. They cost 50 wood.
Woodsmen and farmers now kept the village well supplied.
Explore the wilderness. Okay, do I get a scout?
Further growth required knowing the countryside and finding more resources. For that, communities employed scouts.
Okay, produce a scout from the town center. So you typically start with the scout at the beginning of the game, but it looks like in the tutorial it's going to make us train it. It costs 60 food. And we'll use that to go do some scouting. Get them back to work. Okay, there we go. We got our scout. I recommend putting him in a hotkey right away. Press hold shift and press 1. Now, when I press the number 1, I can quickly get back to my scout.
The most important thing for a scout to locate was a ready source of gold.
Okay, there we go. There's some gold. I'm not sure if that's the closest gold, but there is one out there. Boom. Okay, we've located the gold. Really nice they got rid of the ding
Prevent
ding.
having to haul ore large distances. Expanding communities would establish a mining camp.
This would
near
be
the
a
source
super
of
far gold mine. I wonder if there's one closer to our town center. You would, in a real scenario, definitely would not be just like taking your first gold that far away. You'd get picked off easily. Trying to see if there's any gold behind my town center or something. To find stone as well.
A well-placed camp ensured efficient gold mining.
I'm trying to decide if the zoom is further out. It does feel a little bit further than it was before. Gather 50 gold. Okay, man. what a bad map spawn. Look how far away the gold was. I'm sure they just did it on purpose for this tutorial. Okay, get that gold. We need 50 of it. We need to find stone too. I think the zoom is an improvement.
With a good supply of
little
gold,
hiccup there.
the village was becoming a large town.
Advance to the feudal age. Okay, at the town center, I should be able to age up.
The signpost of this growth would be the construction of a large
Oh, I'm gonna need some more
landmark.
food. Okay, so here we go. We can age up, advance to the feudal age. It only gives us one option here in this tutorial. Costs 400 food, 200 gold. Yeah, we have kings. Heals units. Yeah, this isn't typically what you would even go up with the English, but let's build it. So to age up and age up first 4, you need to build these landmarks to go to advance through the ages, and you can task villagers on them. Wonder how far this tutorial will take me. I like that I'm completing the tutorial for the first time after I have I've sunk so many hours into the game in the previous betas. I should have done it then, but I was just too excited to play. Kind of fun going in blind every once in a while. We're going to do that. I'll probably just go right into online matches with some of the newer civs I haven't played and just see what happens. Here we go. Advance to the feudal age. So we are in the feudal age
With
now.
the landmark in place,
We got an
the once
achievement.
sleepy village
Empires will
announced
rise.
itself as a
I know you can't see
thriving
it, but I
feudal
just got an achievement
township. The
there.
townsfolk had been driven from their homes before, however. This time, they would defend themselves.
Learn to use spearmen. Okay.
The
Do I-
first step would be constructing a barracks for infantry.
Construct a barracks. I have a lot of wood in the bank. This isn't a realistic macro of your resources. This is just, just kind of demonstrating.
Once it had a barracks, the town could establish a standing force of soldiers. Simple
Okay.
infantrymen
Okay.
armed with spears were a common choice for these militias.
So the spearmen just cost 60 food. And 20 wood, rather. 60 food and 20 wood. Ran a few of those. Man, I can't wait to jump into an online game. Okay. We got our spearmen. How many does it say to train? 10 spearmen. Come on. It definitely doesn't want me to complete the tutorial too quickly. Now, this is a little trick for doing farms. Watch this. So I'm going to grab like 6 of these guys. I select my farm. I'm going to click on the mill. Watch this. You can just really quickly build farms like that. Super, super useful. Okay, do we have our 10 spears? No, we don't. How many do we have? 6. I'm slacking. Seven. Let's see if they change the pings. Nope. It's pretty same. The sound's the same at least. I don't know if they changed this. It looks the same to me. I think that the pings are kind of hard to hear when you're in a fight. When your allies sending a
The town now
ping.
had a militia and could look to reclaim the lands lost to invasion.
Whoa. Me
The
palisade.
invaders had blocked the road north with a stout palisade.
A stout
Although spears were of
palisade.
little use against these walls, the militia could burn down the obstacle with torches.
Let's go. Take down that wall. Going in the battle. They don't look too menacing. Running off. We're going to go siege this wall down. Okay, here we go. Let's watch them do it. Boom. Oh my gosh. That wall's not going to stand a chance. Okay, we are sieging that down. Okay, it's gone.
With the road open, the militia could now reclaim their lands in the north.
Attack the enemy cavalry encampment. Where
First,
might that be?
The spearmen had to deal with a lone sentry.
What? What? He just ran right by us. Attack move. Okay. There we go. Taking out that. By the way, you select your units and then you press A for attack move. So A and then you left click on the ground. And so they'll move and attack instead of just running past them. So I'm going to attack move here and I'll attack all this. It's beautiful. Goodbye. Spear's doing good. Man, they're spearing the heck out of them. Poor farmers running, heading for the hills. Okay, we're gonna burn down their village too.
Spears were highly effective against cavalry, allowing the militia to win the day. All that remained was to destroy the invaders' stables.
Okay, down goes the stable. Boom. I feel like I should be trying to speedrun this or something.
Destroyed, but other enemy positions awaited further up the road.
It's like a
Hostile
story.
archers defended the next camp. which would put spearmen at a disadvantage.
I'm kind of enjoying the narration a little bit. Like, I'm kind of wondering what the campaign will feel like
Township
with this
needed
kind of style
cavalry
of
its own
narration.
to deal with this,
Won't let me
and
go
so
any
would
further.
need to build stables. To deploy that cavalry quickly, the town needed to build their stables near the front lines.
Huh. Really? I have to walk a villager all the way up there? Okay, that's a little tedious.
Fortunately, friendly villagers came out of hiding. and joined the
Okay,
effort.
friendly villagers came out of hiding. Yeah, there they are. I was about to say that's a little tedious. I almost wonder if they wrote that first script and then we're like, actually, that's a far way to go. Let's just add, fortunately, here come friendly workers. So I need to get some 2 stables. There we go. Build 2 stables. Done. Okay.
With stables in place,
Villagers
town
getting to
could
the
field
siege.
horsemen of its own.
Okay. Produce some horsemen. I need to train 15 horsemen. Well, that's going to take some time. I'm going to need to build some more houses. That farm trick I showed you works for any building. You just hold still and hold left click, press left click. It'll just fill out the whole surrounding area. Well, they definitely take you step by step through this tutorial. So if you're completely new to an RTS, I mean, I think this should be pretty straightforward. I've even got villagers in the fight here. How many more we got trained? Just as far as time considered, I wish you didn't have to make like 10 spears, 15 horses. I think the number could be a little smaller just to get you moving through the tutorials a little faster. But maybe, you know, it's just coming from me having RTS experience, just, you know, thinking that's too long. Or maybe they just want you to feel the massive battles right out of the gate and have fun with it. Perhaps. Our town's doing terrible back here. Stable now available. Okay, yeah, there it is. Oh, okay, I kind of thought this would happen, so we're gonna have all of the palette options here. I don't want to build a stable. Stop it. Now hold on a second. Is it always that long? Interesting.
The town now
Okay, here
had
we
a
go.
rapid-like cavalry, skilled at harassing slower targets.
Oh
such as
yeah,
archers.
we're gonna harass them. Come here, archers. We're just gonna harass you just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, getting up on those archers. Harass, harass, harass. They are doomed. Enemy archery encampment. So next we'll be building archers. I can only assume. That'll make us make like 15 archers, I'm sure.
The cavalry eliminated the enemy archers and moved on to destroying the archery range itself.
Okay, let me build an archer range now.
The invaders' archers and their camp were destroyed. A final enemy emplacement remained. One
Final
fortified with
emplacement.
palisades and defended by spearmen.
Enemy infantry encampment. Where?
To deal with this target, the town would
Or need siege.
longbowmen.
Longbows.
First, they
Okay.
needed to build archery ranges in the area regained from the invaders.
Okay, archer ranges. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Once more,
More
friendly
villagers.
villagers arrived to help.
And very nice. Okay, you're gonna start training longbows, I'm sure, after we build this. Burning down all the farms. They are pillaging.
With several archery ranges in place, the town could add longbowmen to its forces.
Okay, so what are we doing? Oh, we're adding longbow. Sorry, I was zoned out there for a second. Each a willer. 20 longbows. Sheesh, we're gonna make more of these. I ain't got time for that. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like 20. There we go. How many more houses? We're running out of wood. We have 12. Here they come. We have 17. That'll put us at 20. Okay, 20 longbows. Let's go. Two arms, men.
Could eliminate enemy spearmen at a distance.
From distance.
So long as they took the proper position.
I'm not scared of those spearmen. Along the cliff top. Oh boy. We're going to be tactical here. I see my units pathing into the forest. Classic. Okay. There we go. Archers are going up here. Okay, up there. I kind of wish, like, if you held it, like, right-clicked and drag it longer, that it would, like, make a longer line. Some games supports more formations like that. It appears like you can only have this tight formation in general. Honestly, we have enough cav to deal with these. This is a bad idea. We should be fine. There we go. Attacked enemy infantry encampment. Okay, here we go.
The last of the invaders fell
They're
to the
running.
resurgent homegrown population. Now that their lands were free of enemies, the town could take the next step in its growth and become a
What'll be
powerful
next?
medieval
Castle? Advance to the castle age. Okay. We have the res we need. Where does it want me to
Here,
build it,
too,
I wonder?
The erection of a great landmark would be the signpost of this growth.
I wonder where it wants me to build it. Does it not care? Because I'm just going to build it back at home. The White Tower. Okay, 1,200 food, 600 gold. Here it is. If you have watched this far, let me know in the comments. I really only anticipate a complete RTS, maybe noob to check out this much of this tutorial. But hopefully it's interesting to someone. As far as just like if this was my first time playing a RTS or a Age of Empires game, I think it's pretty straightforward. They don't give you too many options of what to build. They really bring you through one building at a time, one tick at a time. This yelling's pretty loud. Hopefully, I'll turn it down a little bit. Hopefully that's not too loud there. Okay, so we're aging up. You can put more villagers on your landmark to age up a little faster. Oh, there we go.
Lowly refugees had founded a small village. Now rose a mighty city. From there would grow an empire.
An age of empires. There we go. First tutorial complete. Okay, I will cut this there. So hopefully this was useful. If you are new to RTSs or Age of Empires or just wanted to get a preview of the game, but hope you enjoyed. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.